ran. The real movie starts at 30 seconds. So there's my copy has production company things. And then at 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds, it says Sergei Silberman and Katsumi Furukawa present. And there's 4 horse people. Horses with people on them. And that is what you should use to sync. So if yours is also at 30 seconds, I guess, then you can just start when I start at 0. Otherwise, use that as a reference point. Sure, Retro Electro. And also, I'm not like reviewing this anyway. This is the Patreon watch along. So we don't need to do notes. Thank you. All right. Okay, here we go. This is my first 80s Kurosawa. When was Seven Samurai? I saw that a long time ago. I saw that when I was like 13. I'd have to watch it again. I've seen Seven Samurai. I've seen Ikiru. I've seen High and Low, which is my favorite. And then that's it, right? I haven't seen Dreams. High and Low is 60s. Was it not? Yeah, it was like 63. And so this will be like the most recent Kurosawa. Okay, well, I'm good to start. So here we go. Ready, spaghetti. 3, 2, 1. Isn't this basically his last movie? Well, I don't know. According to IMDb, his last movie is called My Dad Ayo. My Dad Ayo. In 1993. Dreams was after this, and then I don't hear anybody talking about his 70s ones except maybe Tora. All right. Well, I'm gonna dim my lights probably and get my hooves on. Hell yeah. Head bop, horsey. The score is doing good stuff so far. I like it's very foreboding and atmospheric. Kind of similar to like Under the Skin, actually. Some of the string stuff is reminiscent. Oops. Oh, you saw the hussy. Well, now they're running, so what else is going to happen in the movie? They already ran, so I don't know what to look forward to anymore. I guess it's more of a gallop. Who ran? I ran. Straight into the gay of horse mouth. Oh, Ichimonji double. Sorry, I'm Sekiro brained. I thought he was about to say, my wife. I should have put that on before taking this off. I should have brought a Japanese beer, not a Belgian one. The subby twink of the group. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Dial-up sound. Sorry. It's probably going to be how I die. Looking bored. Ah! Scar is not going to betray me. He needs the hussy. Sure. Oh, cool. Ah! He's got very piercing eyes. A Dreams 1993. The guy on the right. I don't know why he's funny to me. It's a god fart. What did he say? Oh. Hey. There's a lesson in here. I'll show you. Yeah, with a knee. It's a cool prank. I loved him so hard. There's strange like strings attached to their hats. I oh, it's like a chin strap. It keeps their hats on. That's so weird. What keeps them from falling forward though? They're like frames for their faces. Especially this guy. Ah! uh. Y'all are being dramatic. I thought that was a plane sound. I thought that was the sound of like a large plane flying. I was like, what? Where's he? Are there different cuts of the film? Maybe I don't know. Yeah, there's two horses. Are you watching the right movie? They're following us. You just said. Okay. Wait, son-in-law. Why do you run away? Son-in-law, hear me out. You're in disgrace, exiled from your lands. Lord Ayabe and I witnessed the whole incident. You're an outcast, little more than a beggar. Forgive my rudeness. I don't know what the hell kind of copies you guys have, but I got a thinking of your extraordinary conduct. Well, I like the way you spoke up. You have a character and courage. You'd make a fine son in law. I retraced my steps. But you had gone. Does my offer interest you? How can I know? Then come stay with me while you think it's over. While you think it over. You too, Tango. Aw. I thought he was talking to the horse. I was like, Tango's a good name. Tango's a good horse name. What does Tango even mean? It's not the same for you? Well, if it's not the same, it might be a different interpretation of the subtitle, which is not unheard of because there's different ways you can interpret like Japanese or whatever. So we just got to there, right? Now this shot. I'm not going to play a whole lot. Now that shot, there's some music, some drums. Now this shot. There are 2 common cuts with 2 minutes difference, and they have minor trims, etc. So sync might get off. What the fuck? Sorry, I didn't know. I just got a 4K copy, and that's all I know. Okay, I don't know. I don't even know which cut mine is, so I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully it's mostly the same, and then we can just resync every once in a while. I like that emote. Inconsolable. Inconceivable. Do I have the shorter one or the longer one? Oh. Well, fuck. I'm sorry. I had no idea. I hate that my feet are cold. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know there were 2 cuts. No, my feet are cold. I don't have foot hooves. These are doing great on my hands. I am trying to get hooves for my feet. I'm actually talking with someone about that. I traded some old camera equipment, actually. I'm wearing socks and shoes at the moment. My feet are freezing. I just have my extremities get really cold. I have bad circulation. No shoes indoors. That would cause pain to me. Ah! It was a joke. It's a silly prank. Most places don't allow shoes indoors. Well, I'm in charge of this place, so also my hypermobility makes it so that if I'm walking around without supportive shoes, I hurt myself. That's where things have gotten. I literally have a prescription from a podiatrist to wear shoes. I have a prescription to wear shoes. Yes, Johnny. Thanks. Where did I find my copy? The fucking store. The frame store. You know, this would be a great example for when I was trying to find older films that had blood that looked like paint. Remember I was doing that for a video? This is one of those. This is a great example that I could have used. Yeah. I feel like I need eye drops. My eyes get dry. Mm. I'll show which part I am in case anyone's ridiculously out of sync. Right as soon as the shot changes. Oh, oops. I thought I would see it. Hold on. I'll do it when the shot changes again. Shot didn't change, but I felt like showing it. It's just signing it now. Sheath that shit. Oh. Yeah, I think we would have to have different copies. Those eyebrows are crazy. What's the point of that? Smaller forehead. Sure. It is my first watch. A sequel to what? Run? Walk. Okay, another dumb joke. Should say walked. Whack. Those clouds are fucking weird. They weren't real. Sequel to woke. That's an unflattering haircut. I guess it kind of like hides male pattern baldness. You're kind of just like getting ahead of the curve there, you know? You're like, you can't fire me, I quit. The haircut. You know? It really makes his head look 10 times bigger than it would otherwise. It might be a bald cap. I don't know. It might not be a bald cap because he looks like less tan up there, which would make sense if they shaved it for real. But then it wouldn't make sense in the context of the universe because how long ago would he have shaved that in the context of the universe? It should be just as tan as everywhere else. But the actor, it would be less tan. So I don't know. They should have spray tanned him. Hmm. Oh, thank you. I don't even know what Square is. The payment processor? Religion is a very convenient way to never engage with or think or take responsibility for anything. No. Oh. He was hiding there the whole time. I forgot I watched that movie. There's no way that's 2025. Mm. Every time I hear "Get Me Out of Here" in a movie, I'm like, that's for me. I don't know. The horses aren't doing much. The horses exist, but they're not like they're like running around. Whenever I see a movie that's like pre mid 2000s using horses running around, I just think like, well, what's the body count? Like how many died for the movie? We'll see where this goes. I would say so far this is in the pile of really well-made movies that I don't really care about because I don't have anything to attach myself onto. Hmm. But on the plus side, with my favorite Kurosawa still being high and low, that's a not that's a not score 1 point for the people who think that I judge movies based on whether or not they're old. Yeah, no, that's a core. He looks like Tim Allen's neighbor in Home Improvement. Or his other tool time guy. Maybe not the neighbor. Who's his friend that's the tool time? I don't even know what the story is. Like when you say classic story, what is it based off? Oh, sorry, it's Shakespeare. Oh my god, no way. No wonder I find the story so boring. It's fucking Shakespeare. My favorite Shakespeare is The Lion King. A girl. Hmm. I mean, it's probably going to have a good amount of action later, but I don't know if that, like, I mean, that's what a lot of people want, but yeah, but the horses don't have like personalities or anything. You don't even name the horses. They're cute, yeah, but they're not distinguished. Excuse me. Hmm. Oh yeah. Paint. Not a lot of horse films out there now. That shot's pretty great. I like that. Some beautiful imagery. Should have got a Hattori Hanzo, bitch. Hmm. Oh yeah. Nice. I want to follow that guy for the rest. Oh, fuck! See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Fuck. They just kind of like make the horses run around and fucking fall over and break their legs and then shoot them in the face. Like, that's like just literally par for the course. Like, horses are just used and abused. It's probably why it's my persona. Oh, this is all very epic. It wasn't white people. We did it. Yes. Oh yeah, the horses are controlling them. They don't even want to be in battle. The horses are bloodthirsty. The fact that we like took an animal and we're like, yo, we're gonna like ride you into a battlefield. Apparently no horses were harmed in that. Yeah, sure. Sure. I literally watched one fall. That's harm. What are we talking about here? I just don't believe. I don't believe the no animals were harmed in the making of this movie is like a thing that they put at the end of things, no matter what. Like I don't think it's very difficult to get that certification. Bro's coked out. These sound effects are very funny. They're all deaf now. Sorry, I was just like thinking about some shit. Oh, time for a noble death. Suicide. The Japanese. You can't fire me, I quit. Both in haircuts and in death. Stubbornness. I think real fire should be used more. Just like fucking light people on fire. No, I mean it is. I was saying other movies should do it. I don't know if it's impressive for the 1980s. It was just the expectation. If like there was no other option in the 1980s. Making movies, if you put something in your movie, you had to actually think about what how you're going to put it in. I mean, you can use real fire in a movie without it being unsafe. Fire is more safe than a gun. People use real guns shooting blanks as a standard in these states for some reason. I don't know why. This whole sequence is pretty great. I wish there wasn't an hour of like testing my patience beforehand. I would be much more into it. The movie just started with this. Oh my god. I just remembered fucking crazy Samurai Musashi and how much that sucked. That's another one where it's like, was everyone who watched this before I saw it smoking crack? Like Megan is missing, you know? Like did all of you just like want it to be good? Ugh, I just remembered how shitty the fucking cut was too. So annoying. Ugh. That's like maybe one of the worst movies I've ever seen ever. Crazy Samurai Musashi. Enter the anime. in in a single take. Fucking lie. Fucking lying on the poster. What a bullshit movie. I love this shot actually. That fire there. Wow. That's cool in the frame.
Thirty more months, yeah.
Thank you, Eric. Aw. Hmm. Hmm. What Zero Hussy does to a motherfucker. Crazy Samurai Masashi is like maybe one of the most disappointing movies in history, and I had no expectations for it. How can you how can you fumble that premise like that? Like how can you pretend like you made something like you missed the assignment? I made a quickie. Watch my quickie, Spoodersaurus, because I don't want to do a full review of it right now while I'm watching this. Some crazy wind though. I mean, it is kind of fucking boring. Johnny Walker whiskey. I mean, it's more cringe than boring. I did watch the whole thing, and it was like a film fest that I was doing digitally. So it's like it's more cringe than boring, but like it's really repetitive. Like it's exhausting. Like it's also boring, but like frustrating. It's very frustrating. Tar Heel Blue. Is it time for a manicure? I know that these are grown out, but I'm like, I actually don't hate how these look right now. I'm kind of still okay with this. Also, I need to. The longer I wait, the less expensive it is. The less often I'm doing manicures, the less money I'm spending on it. Lucy in the Sky was also very disappointing. Like, what the fuck was that? Pedicures keep feet from sweating? I don't know if my sweet feet sweat that much anyway. My feet are always cold. Oh. Will I stream tomorrow? I don't know. I'm going to go over the stuff that the editor sent me for the podcast and export that. I think what I'm going to do tomorrow for a good chunk of it is start cleaning this shit. Even though my home space isn't finished, but like I think I'm starting to notice that I think I'm starting to realize that I would be less on edge and more at peace here at work if I like didn't feel like I was drowning in shit. And I should probably like start figuring that out. Cleaning stream. I mean, it wouldn't be like maybe like half of it's gonna be like off camera though, because the stuff that's here is like going into the closet, right? I'm trying to like make space for everything, so like maybe, I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll try to remember. We'll see if I wind up doing that tomorrow. I feel like I should be like watching something while I clean though, and then it's like I can't really stream that. I feel like I should be trying to like watch something while I do it. The Best of Scar compilation is not safe for work, so I'm not streaming that. It's just my hard drive. Well, I can't do a watch along while I'm cleaning because the whole reason it works is because I'm wearing headphones. And if it's on that TV, then you would see the visual too. I wonder if I'd get a copyright claim for showing like that 2/3 of the screen on earbud. I don't have earbuds. None of them fit in my ear. I don't have wireless earphones either. Same. I'm not getting Raycons ever. There's a reason why no one's ever heard of them outside of YouTubers promoting them. Hmm. Is Eric still doing Raycon sponsors? I believe so. Don't tell him I'm shitting on Raycons, I guess. NordVPN, when I was looking for like because I was just like, oh, I'll do a VPN sponsorship. They emailed me back saying you're too controversial. They work with PewDiePie. That was like the only time I've ever gotten that. But I don't usually do sponsors anyway. So what do I do? I don't know. Make make videos. Oh yeah, I said too many crazy stuff. It doesn't really matter. All right. Well, if anybody's curious about the sync, here you go. Well, that's why I'm doing this, so you can resync. No, I do have a Surfshark VPN thing. I have an affiliate link with Surfshark. Surfshark.deals/YMS. I just never talk about it because I don't know if I care about sponsorships that much. There's like two that I have. It's audibletrial.com/YMS and then surfshark.deals/YMS. Those are the only two I've ever done. And I like never put them in. I think I put them in like maybe 2 videos. Why do you use Surfshark and Nord at the same time? You haven't seen any Surfshark from me? Well, I mentioned it once, like at the end of like a Sardonicast thing, and like once on stream as like a test. And then there were people that were like, "Oh yeah, I did the thing," and then it didn't show up in my like manager or whatever. Like the charge never went through or something, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And so these people, like there were like people that I knew personally, like that I had enough trust in that they actually did it, and they didn't just like say something and then do it wrong. And it's like, well, it didn't pay me. Like, what the fuck? And so I was like, how do I verify this? I guess I can't. And then I was like, are all fucking sponsorships a scam? Are they just like not saying about? Are they just like fudging the numbers on their end? Like, probably anyway. But then I checked again recently just out of curiosity to see if like any more had happened, and it looked like the ones. It looked like the ones went through. So I don't know if it just took a while for them to like uh process or something, but like it took forever, which is like fine, I guess, but like fume. They fucking reached out to me trying to get me to do sponsorship with them before I made my video thing. Like, do they still get sponsorships from YouTubers? Oh, yeah, that is a sword. You're being hysterical. Ew. Get that hussy. That's a beautiful shot. There's like good framing. I just like the one thing I loved about High and Low is like the staging and blocking. And although that's not like completely absent from this movie, it's like nowhere near as like intent feeling, you know? It's nowhere near as like impressive. I think I might just not like Shakespeare. Johnny Walker whiskey. That's not very uh, tolerant of you. No, George. Yeah, that doesn't matter though. I heard like it doesn't matter if it was storyboarded. I'm talking about how it feels. Right. You know, you shouldn't kink shame, but come on. Well, here's a question, Johnny Walker whiskey. Are you a normie or a furry? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So, someone who's a furry usually would like have a thought process go through their mind where they have to like grapple with the idea that like what they're into is weird, and to many people, you know, they would find some way to suggest that it's like harmful. But to furries know that themselves in their own brain, it's like, okay, well, everything that I'm into is like literally fantasy. There's no connection between, you know, the cartoons that are jerked off to and reality. Like they're separate entities. Even if one can be reminiscent of some sort of uh, neuron firing in a brain that reminds you of something associated with reality, that doesn't make it reality, right? Um, I think you'd be hard pressed to like find a furry that would like kink shame over the concept of like incest, you know? That meaning as a kink but not a real life example, right? So someone getting off to incest doesn't mean that they want to actually like fuck one of their family members. It just means they have a kink for like the concept of like a taboo thing and something about it being taboo in a specific way piques their interest, and they can't help it, you know? They have no choice over what their desires are or what they're attracted to. And if it's literally just, oh, a different thing fired in someone's brain, then who cares? If it has no real world consequence and it's not affecting anyone outside of like someone jerked off to a fucking cartoon and the speech bubble said a different thing. The speech bubble just said the word brother. It's like, okay, that's not really causing harm. So who cares? Right? Still a very weird thing to get off to. Yeah, exactly. So is every furry thing, which is why I was making the point that like most furries are not like are very open and accepting about like kink shit and have an inherent understanding that something that is fiction is not reality, and it's very easy to just not get bogged down by that. Like I'm not into vor. I'm not into fucking like turning into slime or like fat fur or fucking incest or like, you know, TF or like all these things. But I see it on my feed and I just go like, oh, okay. And then just scroll down to the next thing and it doesn't bother me at all. I don't go, these people should be outcast from society because they're weird. I never think that. It's just like so easy to just scroll past it and not give a shit. And I feel like the more we coddle fucking normies and continue this weird fiction of a reality where like sex is just hidden from anything mainstream, and we pretend it doesn't exist and we pretend that people don't have fetishes or kinks or anything, then we're just furthering the problem. We're furthering people's sensitivities. We're furthering the issue, which is the same issue as like anyone who says, you know, like that it might be harmful to cater towards people not experiencing anything even remotely close to like one of their triggers, right? Like exposure to a discomfort or fear uh, in the right way, like in uh, small portions over time, is a way of desensitizing and to things that people have an irrational negative response to, one that comes out of emotion but not critical thinking. I think those things should be desensitized, because then you have less fucking crazy people in the world. Then you have less fucking overly sensitive emotional people that like literally want to ostracize and enact violence and consider harm to be acceptable in certain groups just because they're weird, right? So I don't. Yeah, that's my philosophy. I just like I can't. Retro Electro, you can look at me talking about this subject in other clips that people get pissy about. There's a nuance to everything, is my opinion. Like if it's not like reality, then like what's the point? It's like Minority Report. You know, like yeah, no, I talked about this so recently. Like we're really gonna treat people that like want to fuck Twilight Sparkle as if they're like abusing an animal. Like we accept that, so like I don't see the difference. Like there's going to be a spectrum to everything, there's going to be a nuance to everything. My philosophy on every issue is that there are numbers between 0 and 100. And that people that try to trick you into thinking that only 0 and 100 exist are fucking insane and should be ostracized to the degree that they think people who exist in between 0 and 100 should be. Yeah. There's like a very clear line where like harm exists. And if you're not over that line, who cares? Like literally who cares? Like you've lost the plot. Like just absolutely. Oh yeah, no. People are literally NPCs. If something is socially acceptable, that's like it doesn't fucking matter. People don't really have their own principles or morals. They just kind of like look around and wait for permission to see if what they're supposed to do, and they just pretend to get angry, and as long as the harm that they cause to others is an acceptable group, then they're happy. Oh, that's funny, Pelican. Like, who cares? Yeah, I don't give a shit if someone's a baby fur. Like, you can't argue against that without also arguing against the concept of furries. Like, you're sexualizing an animal. The parts of the animal that are not attached to the animal, like, sure. Like, removed from the animal, sure. It's like the imagine imagine hot dogs were like poison, right? And then someone's like about to eat a veggie dog, and you're like, that's poison. They're like, no, actually, it was just the wiener it was the meat that was poison. And even though this is, by all accounts, something that resembles a hot dog, the part that's poison is removed from it, right? So if you're still like hung up on the whole it's poison, then you've lost the plot. You don't even remember why you're upset. Like you don't even remember why you're angry. You're just doing it because it's like that experiment that turned out to be like a fictional anecdote, but still a useful thing to think about. Where like there were like a bunch of monkeys that got punished for like climbing a ladder or something, and then instead of like like eventually one by one they like replaced the monkeys with monkeys that had not been sprayed with a hose or something. And then slowly over time, the only monkeys that were left were ones that had never gotten sprayed by the hose in the first place, but they all still like beat the shit out of any monkey that would try to climb the ladder because socially it was ingrained into them that you shouldn't do that, even though none of them would have known why they shouldn't, right? And even though that's a fictional anecdote, it's a very useful thing to think about because human beings behave that way. Are hot dogs not American? Baby furs are harmless, right? People who abuse children are harmful. It's really that simple, right? Are we gonna like who cares? Like there's a very clear line. If you say this is bad because of this stated principle, this is bad because you're against child abuse, right? Then that's the place where you draw the line, because otherwise then it's not really about your stated principle. You're just using that as an excuse to cause harm to groups of people that you are unfamiliar with. Like humans are just so fucking insane. Oh. Oh. Story's getting interesting. Oh yeah, no, the fucking furry community, like a lot of the organizers are baby furs. I don't know why that is the case. I have no idea why, but that's the case. I think it's more prevalent than people realize. Because it's like a different Twitter feed entirely, you know? Like, I don't get that shit on my Twitter feed. Like, every once in a while, I'll like click on a profile and be like, oh, weird, you know? And then I have to remember that that exists. But then, like, their whole Twitter feed is probably all baby fur shit. Baby fur, is it what you think it is? Yeah, it's people that like role play as. It's like ABDL, but furry. Like, it exists outside furry. It's like literally just people that experience some sort of comfort, whether sexual or otherwise or both, from like role playing as like a toddler or some shit. Oh. That it's all weird? Yeah, exactly. It's just as weird as like the fucking costume that the Pope wears, or like circumcision, which is infinitely more weird and harmful and socially acceptable than any fucking like harmless kinkster is doing, right? Like if people just fucking zoom out, go, wait a minute. Not only is all fucking sex weird, not only is everyone fucking weird, but we condone and we're fucking okay with like fucking genocidal shit, right? Like absolutely abhorrent shit that exists in the fucking universe. Zoom out, wake the fuck up, right? Like that's why I feel so strongly about this shit, is because all of the fucking people that get their fucking panties in a bunch about small groups of people doing harmless shit that are weird are people that are like, yummy, I don't care how meat is produced, or like they don't even think about this shit. And if somebody even like tries to have a conversation about it, they just like incredulously scoff it off, right? Like circumcision is barbaric. I didn't fucking consent to having a part of my dick chopped off. What the fuck is that? Absolutely barbaric practice. That's not illegal. It's not illegal. People aren't even campaigning for it to be illegal right now. There's like a handful of people on the internet that are calling it out, like I am. But that's not a serious political position, right? Because of religious fucks. Religion is normalized, right? Like it's completely fucking normal to indoctrinate your fucking children. Like fucking racism is normalized. Like all this, like this entire fucking planet is filled with barbaric shit that if we don't blow ourselves up, people are going to look back at this exact group of people, all of us, in 100 fucking years, less, and go, what the fuck? These people suck. We're going to, like, the way we look back at slave owners right now, like, absolutely unrelatable. Like, this entire fucking world is filled with just, like, selfish sociopaths. Look at how we fucking handled COVID. You know? Selfish people everywhere. Like people enjoy causing harm to others as long as it's a socially acceptable target. And so they create socially acceptable targets because they take pleasure in causing harm. So they create targets. They create fictions about why someone is a socially acceptable target to cause harm, because inherently human beings want to cause harm. Very few people do not take pleasure in that, is what I've come to realize. Very few people are interested in seeking truth in any capacity. The overwhelming majority of human beings are people that feel something and then post hoc rationalize and justify why they felt that way and act as though they came to a logical conclusion when they did not. And a part of themselves knows that that's the case, but they don't give a shit. They find comfort in their ignorance. Is this typical of watch-alongs, or is Rand not really clicking? The latter. I don't usually rant about random philosophical bullshit during a watch-along. This is just like a really boring movie to me, and I'm kind of just watching and appreciating the shot composition, but like just being overwhelmingly frustrated and impatient with it. Even when I wasn't talking about anything, I was thinking about, like, you know, the disappointments with that I've had with like therapists, and like the inherent phoniness of like the setup and dynamic, and paying like $200 per fucking session to, like, you know, like not have a real conversation and be fed, you know, like insincere clinical words, right? That's what I was thinking of in my head when I missed some of the dialogue near the beginning, when I was saying, oh, what did he say? Before he was talking about giving his throne or whatever. Like, it's just, this is not a movie that clicks with me. I think that I'm also I have a propensity not to be able to get into stories and characters, not across the board, but like on average have a much more difficult time when it's not just from like a time period, but also like it's kind of like an era and an aesthetic of like fable more than like personal character story. You know, like the reason why I was like so detached for the first fucking hour of this is because it's difficult to see these people as like characters. You know, they're all like images and representations of like an aesthetic almost, or like a. And again, I didn't have this difficulty at all with High and Low. And that movie was older, but it was with characters from a more recent time period. I do not have thoughts on Patricia. I don't know enough about her to have any real thoughts. Yeah, I like more personal stories. Yeah, dreams could be interesting. I don't know. I'd imagine I'd like Rashomon a lot more, actually. Donkey gave this film a 5. Good. I'm glad that there's other people out there that are not pussies. Like, I'm feeling pretty strongly throughout that this is just like a like like a 7 because of it being well made, but not connecting with it at all. You know, it was just like the highest I'll give something without connecting with it. It's just kind of like, oh, it exists, can appreciate it, but just like doesn't mean anything to me on a personal level. Oh, Donkey's top 4 is 2001: A Space Odyssey, Pulp Fiction, The Shining, and Finding Nemo. What? One of these things is not like the other. Recent activity is getting into fucking Tarkovsky. That's really cool. Oh wait, that's 2021. He hasn't posted on Letterboxd since 2021. So never mind. It's a fake account. Well, I don't know. I would love to watch In the Mood for Love. I haven't seen it yet. I need some more Wong Kar Wai. You should vote for all that jazz on the Patreon thing. I would also like to watch a short film about killing. Is it usually in the polls? Yeah, and you can also put it in the polls by suggesting it in the Discord with your Patreon account linked to it. But it usually is in the poll. Someone, yeah, other people have put all that jazz quite a few times. More like Howard the Cuck. I was watching a big compilation of, by watching I mean listening while I was working on shit in my new space, trying to unpack stuff. Like a pretty definitive slop video on the quartering, because everybody hates him now. And I was like, okay, well, I was like mildly curious enough to be like, okay, well, what's he been up to? Why does everybody hate him? Like, because I know why I hate him, but it seems like everybody hates him. And fuck, what was I even gonna say? I don't even remember why I started talking about it. No, I don't even remember why I started saying that anecdote. Purple Horse, my favorite. Am I doing reactions after this? It's going to be time for me to not do that. So no, sorry. I'm gonna get back to the fucking space and do some more shit. Who knows? Maybe I might stream a bit tomorrow. I have no idea, but I need to clean this shit. Like, absolutely, I need. This is. I didn't think this would be something that I do until my new space is like completely set up, but I think I have to because I'm coming back and forth and like working here, and it's just like I think it's eating at me psychologically, coming back to like a fucking disaster every time. What is that from? Punching a baby. Poor things. Yes, thank you. I gotta rewatch that. Fuck, I would love to rewatch that. I wish there was a 4K. I got my parents' fucking VHS player so I could test some of the VHSs I'm going to be selling. I was going to buy a fucking VHS player, but like I realized they're fucking hard to find and kind of expensive. Poor Things to Gael? No, I haven't. Chicken Run VHS for $120. That's so stupid. No one's gonna pay that much money for that. Was it like pristine condition? Like, what are we talking about? No, I'm not adding in watch alongs for things that I like. You don't understand how fucking overwhelmed I feel. Like, we can't just add in. Like, I would like, if you want to vote for it in the Patreon thing, please. But like, time keeps fucking moving forward, and next thing you know, it's going to be September, and I'm going to feel overwhelmed with TIFF. Right? So like, there's this window of time: June, July, August, where like I want to try and get out like a major project. I want to do that. Like, I really want to, even though my fucking weird brain fog shit is coming back. Like, I need to be able to like get some things in motion and not just be stuck in a weird like endless loop of putting things into the future and never happening. It sucks. It sucks. And I hope I don't fuck up my arm doing it, but I think I need to try something. I just like don't have as much energy in a day as I used to. It sucks. Like, things, I feel so much more overwhelmed so much more easily than I used to. I wish that I had like proper treatment and therapy and medication instead of having to like figure all this shit out by myself at the age of like 35. I wish that these things were figured out earlier in my life. I'm like pissed about how my therapy went because I don't know how I'm gonna find another one, but I should probably, I guess. Rings of Power season 2 should be done by then. I would love for Rings of Power season 2 to be done. It's funny because I'm like past my hair looking terrible, but all this edited content from that time period is now coming out. I'm like, oh shit, I don't even look like that anymore. I didn't even think about it at the time. It's just like, who cares? I like didn't even realize hats were an option until after the fact. I like Purple Horse. Keep the enemy bussy here. Give us a movie from the horse's perspective. Give us some kind of war horse. Mm. Like, I don't care why anybody's fighting anyone is the problem. I think giving it an hour of me like trying to pay attention is more than fair. I think 1 hour is like before mentally giving up. I think 1 hour is like the most generous. I'm sorry everybody voted for this, but I think a good chunk of those people were people that like just wanted me to get through more Kurosawa stuff and not necessarily thinking I might enjoy this one. Or also probably a bunch of people that hadn't seen it before either and were looking for a good excuse. So sorry if I'm chatting over your entire movie also. Oh yeah, same Johnny Walker whiskey. I've seen Castration movie like 4 times. It's a breeze. There's just some things that relate to people more than others, and you can't really help it. Oh, nice. Who made a short film about killing again? It's like by a director that um, I've only seen like a couple movies from them or something, right? Are they French? Three Colors. Oh, Kieslowski. Kieslowski. Thank you. I also want to watch Double Life of Veronica. Polish, yeah. Yeah. Which one do you think I'll like more? Double Life or Killing? Oh no, yeah, this movie looks fantastic. I just wish I cared about anything and that they weren't killing horses and then pretending that they weren't doing it. Why Double Life for sure? PETA. 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 Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Retro Electro. It does seem kind of Hanukkah coded, and I don't know why I get that impression. Maybe like IMDb ratings and title or something. Kieslowski. Who were Hanukkah's inspirations again? Like Bresson and like Kieslowski, probably. I'm gonna look this up because I'm actually curious about it. Now that I've actually dipped my toes in some of these directors and they're not all entirely alien concepts. Tarkovsky. Okay, hold on. I like the score. Just let me die, God. Shire. Oh, he has 100 favorite films. In like no order, I guess. Hmm. I gotta watch Andrei Rublev and Mirror. There's a couple of Tarkovskys I gotta watch actually. Oh, Ran is in his top 100. Shit, boys. Oh, I gotta watch Decalogue. I'm happy he has some Kiarostami in there, actually. That makes sense. Ooh, I need to see 8.5 by Fellini for sure. Oh my god, he has The Godfather Part 1, 2, and 3 in his top 100? Hanky Chan? He has Part 3 in there? What? The fuck? It's not even a normie masterpiece. Ah. Oh my god, that's awesome. Robert Eggers. That's great. Dollar signs positions. Fuck, I have some like screener copies of things from people I like actually right now. What am I doing? I can't watch those on stream though. I think this might be on my list actually. The dollar sign positions thing. No, it's not. What is this? All right, well, I'll watch list it. I think I should get through my 2016 list. I don't have shit set up at my new place to be watching things other than like YouTube at the moment and streaming service stuff. I'm still working on my setup. Will I watch along my 2016 list adventures? It is not possible. Because some of the things in my folder took me like literally a year to download because they were so obscure that I don't expect anybody else to be able to find. And then I'll probably put it on and it'll be like, eh. Like not even finish it. Some of these things I still haven't found copies of. Maybe some of them. I don't know. I mean, if I do my list the same way that I do my other lists, in the sense that I rewatch everything at the end, all the stuff that's in like the short list, then I'll do watch alongs for those. What was your clip? Was it me talking about nuance? Oh. Do I torrent movies that aren't available anywhere? Yeah. No, yeah, I do want to make a list video. Like I find those things very valuable. The problem is this is the biggest one I've ever made, and I also included like TV and miniseries shit, which I don't think I'll ever do again. And just like even without that, it's the biggest and most thorough that I've ever done. I mean, the 2015 movies make sense because I'm not going to explain it, but I've explained it before. I don't even know how private trackers work. I've seen people use them, and I still don't. I haven't figured it out. I think you have to pay for them, right? I don't know. I get invited. Maybe I need an invite. It's tickled 2016. I'll just make sure it's on my list if it wasn't already. It is. It is on my short list. My short list for 2016 is 93 titles. Like, it's like I'm screwed. I'm not like there's so many that I haven't even fucking that I haven't even watched for the first time. I gotta watch 93 things for the second time. That's one a day. That's gonna take like half a year, a third of a year, quarter of a year. It's gonna take like 4 months, 3.5 months. Oh yeah, no Pelican, but I also don't want to fucking kill myself. I used to be able to just like power through anything, but then my body stopped working. Like I actually have to be mindful of my mental and physical health now, which sucks. That I'm not invincible. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I saw Endless Poetry a long time ago. I think there's a review on my channel, and the thumbnail is the kid in blackface. That's not endless poetry. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a Jodorowsky film. Dance of Reality. Okay, and then what's endless poetry again? Because I've also seen endless poetry, but what is it? Who made endless poetry? Oh yeah, I've seen both of them. I still have my Kickstarter rewards. Jodorowsky is not a one-hit wonder. And my favorite movie of his, it wouldn't even be considered his hit. Like El Topo was his hit. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's his one that I haven't seen is Fando Elise. I think that's the only one I haven't seen. I have a Blu-ray for it finally. When are they gonna do fucking Holy Mountain 4K? I'm pissed. We still don't have one. Isn't that insane? Are they doing one? Oh wait, I guess I haven't seen Psycho Magic. Oh yeah. Horse apples. You became a YMS last July? Oh, congratulations. And thank you. Well, we are the universe experiencing itself. So here's the question to the new YMS fans. What made you become a fan? How did you find my shit? That's a cool effect. Oh, Cool Cat. Nice. The classic. Oh, really? Wow. Cool Cat's still getting me fans. Okay. Hmm. I mentioned Synecdoche, New York at the beginning of my Cool Cat review. All of my top videos are cat related. I mean, Lion King Part 2 is happening, so. Have I ever converted an IRL friend into a furry? No. Nice. Oh, Madam Web, nice. Sardonicast is good. I feel like I'm able to like communicate my thoughts so much more coherently in like a group discussion format often. Like over the past like couple of years for sure. It's like way easier for me to express myself in that format. I've got an idea for like a funny edit for the beginning of the Lion King Part 2 review. Well, we recorded the Sardonicast for Obsession, but it's not available yet. I got to publish it tomorrow. And then it'll be available for patrons and members and website people. Otherwise, public is Monday. Oh, excuse me. My just after haircut photo and the fandom wiki is the default. Well, you can do whatever you want. You can change it. What's Jake's rec? My darling Clementine. My first John Ford? Oh, really? I feel like I watched a John Ford before. Have I not? Oh, Pelican, you're making me so excited. Do I dislike therapy in general? I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found the right therapist. I kind of like feel irritated by the fact that I spent like thousands of dollars on a person that wasn't really listening to me. And doesn't like actually care about any of the shit that I'm going through. That was cool. I just I gave it an hour before I was like checked out, you know? Like I tried really hard. It's very well made, but like doesn't connect with me on a technical level like High and Low did, or even on a story level like High and Low did. I just like I don't is there like a single movie of this time period and setting that I have enjoyed? Like I think I enjoyed Takashi Miike's version of Harakiri. I haven't seen the original. I enjoyed Seven Samurai from what I remember. Like that seemed like much more of a relatable, interesting, compelling story to me, but I don't know. I didn't care about anybody in this. Amadeus. Yeah, Amadeus was good, but like I'm not gonna put it on ever. Like therapy is like a thing that people should have from what I understand, but like therapy in combination with medication. My problem is like I think so introspectively, and I think very hard about like therapy concepts that by the time I like get a fucking therapist, I'm kind of just like waiting for them to like catch up. I'm kind of just like going through the motions of like, okay, yeah, here's all the context. You know, here's my like fucking childhood trauma and shit. Yes, I've thought about looking at it this way. Yes, I've thought about it looking at it this way. And then just like not ever really feeling understood. And the one of the biggest problems that I experience with anything in the medical field, whether it be like mental health or physical health, is that I am a very fucking unique person with unique problems, and I am constantly given advice that would probably work great for most people but does not work for me. Talk channel, what are you talking about? You're talking about horse brains? I didn't remove it. I'll get back to that at some point. I'll get back to it. I've just been fucking overwhelmed. Yeah, I don't know what it like. I'm never gonna think about this movie again. I'm gonna forget that I even tried watching this. You know, like it just like I didn't. It didn't mean anything to me. I don't feel like I gained new information by watching this film. I feel like me watching the trailer would have been like the same. That doesn't mean it was bad. That doesn't mean it wasn't even well made or anything. Like I'm trying to decide between like a 6 and a 7. Like 7 seems like the least uh angering option to people who look at the rating. And I really don't care. So why don't I just give it a 7? Because I literally don't care. I'm just never going to think about it again. Yeah, but like it's a reflection of the filmmaking and my experience with it. And just because my experience was detached does not mean it wasn't good filmmaking. Like it was good filmmaking. But just like different things are going to connect with different people, right? 7 is the highest I'll give something that I don't connect with. If I give something an 8, that means I also very much connected with it. And just because I give something a 7 doesn't mean I didn't connect with it, obviously. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like so disinterested in this as a story. Dire Duplicity is fucking awesome. I love Dire Duplicity. I could have watched that a third time in a row. The way I'm speaking about it sounds like a 6. Yeah, well that's like my experience, but not necessarily what I feel is fair for the level of craftsmanship that I could observe from the film despite not connecting with it on a personal level, right? So like I literally don't care. I literally don't care, so it doesn't matter. Are they cool IRL? No, they all suck. They stole my lunch money, actually. I said, don't. You're bullying me, and I'm a queer person, and you're going to jail. And they said, I love jail because I'm evil, and I get to hang out with evil people. They all said that, and I cried. And then I did a cameo and I got some more money, and then they stole that too. I was like, I was going to buy lunch with that money. That's lunch money. They said it's going to be fat time for me, and then stole it all. Con award ceremony tomorrow afternoon. You know, it sounds like a really boring thing to watch. So why don't I just like read the article after and not waste my fucking time, my precious time right now. What is good therapy? Good therapy is someone who you feel like actually listens to you and is providing helpful, you know, not solutions, but like things to think about and advice. To me, the most therapeutic conversations that I could have are with people that I actually care about and that care about me. People that I feel comfortable and safe around, which is very, 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 very few people, and they don't live in this city, which makes things difficult for me. So. You know, my experience with therapy is like it's so far a waste of time, and I'll try again, but I'm not going to try again right away because it's expensive and it's not worth the disappointment at the moment. So, oh my god, post this to their subreddits. Post the clip of me saying they're bullies to their subreddits. Expired and chat replay is no longer available. What are we talking about? Did you link the right thing, or did my thing have a fart? Okay, me clicking on it doesn't even work. This clip's past broadcast has expired and chat replay is no longer available. What does that mean? Can it play the clip? Okay. What are you talking about? Can I not just watch the fucking clip? Sorry. All right. All right, now I can watch the clip. I don't know why that... All right, well, it's a funny clip.